when you were turning 18, did you have a plan for your life? Because it seems like everybody wants you to have it figured out. And then what did it look like for you? Did you decide to go to college? What made that decision? And then what advice would you give to people who are in that same spot in their life?
Yeah, so when I was 18, I was dating a girl who ended up being my wife at the time. She was working at Subway, and I was working at Kroger. That was like my first job, 16, working at Kroger. Worked there for 3 years. And then right when high school ended, I tried to do some college courses, attempted a few, but I just wanted to work and make money kind of thing. So I ended up working Kroger. I worked at Weibel Lumber, which that was my full-time job. So like 10-hour days, 4 days a week. I did that. So I was doing Kroger, Weibel Lumber, and then I took on craft sanitation, third shift every other weekend as well. So out of high school, I had 3 jobs. Tried college, just didn't really like it at the time.
What were you going to school for?
Business.
Okay.
So I knew business was what I wanted to do. I knew like I wanted to own something and be part of something like that. So I did that for a while. Got an apartment. Finally left her dad's house. Got an apartment. She was in college, and then I quit those other 2 jobs. I was like, this is just too much. So I was just still only working at Weibel Lumber, and I knew I wanted to. I felt like those kind of jobs, like Kroger, Weibel Lumber, and those kind of things. I felt those jobs were just like, you're going to be stuck making what you're making now, maybe a few dollars more. Nothing's based on your success. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I want to try something else. So I got into car sales. I went to, was at the time Bob Rohrman's Acura and Subaru. Went there. Thought I didn't know anything about it. I was just learning. I think I sold like the whole 5 months I was there, I sold like 2 cars.
What?
It was horrible. Yeah, it was. The clientels were different there. And then I left there after 5 months, went to Ben Davis, sold like 4 cars in my first weekend there. Wow. So it was just a whole different atmosphere. So I was like, I like this because this is something that like if I work hard, I can make more money kind of thing. So versus the other jobs I had, no matter how hard you work. I mean, yeah, you might get promoted here or there, but like nothing's based on your success. So I kind of started liking that. I actually took college courses at that point while I was working there in the car business, and I also had another job at Flint and Walling. I was kind of going in there to learn a little about what my ex-wife's grandpa did because he sold castings to Flint and Walling, and that's when I was going to college too because I was going to eventually hopefully take over his business. That was my whole plan. We talked about it, and I was trying to learn kind of the casting part of Flint and Walling while going to college and doing all that. And they had me in customer service there for a while, and I was just like, this is not me. People call and complain about stuff 24/7. I don't like this. I can't do it any longer. So I left there. Did complete college, though. I didn't go online. I got my associate's degree for business management with a focus in marketing. So I did that. Got back into car sales after I left there. Then I got into phone sales and then got into real estate. And then now I'm full-time gamer, streamer. So.
Dude, that's crazy. I didn't realize that we had like such similar backgrounds and like similar mindsets even in high school. You know, like I knew I didn't want to go to college, but I knew I wanted to do business. So I was like, man, that's crazy. Like that, you know, a lot of times I feel like people don't have a plan and then they end up in business kind of accidentally. Yeah. But did you think you were going to do business, or did you have an interest in business?
I don't know. I think maybe I just always had visions of a lot of different people playing like my board games or like a lot of different people playing my video games. I feel like it was more of a creative kind of entrepreneur. Like I wanted to create something that everybody did, not so much like I know that I'm just going to work hard, because every time that I worked hard, I was like, man, I hate working hard. This is stupid. I'd rather create something and have everybody use it or like, so I feel like I was more visionary than like, I didn't want to work hard. I just wanted to figure something out that was fun for me to work at, like more than working hard. Like I didn't want to work for an hourly wage. I wanted to create something that people would use, more like creative entrepreneur vision.
I didn't mind working hard. I was like Logan, like just right out of high school, I worked 3 jobs too. I was working at the YMCA, then I was doing landscaping, then I was working at the street department, and then in the wintertime, I was like playing guitar for the church, working at Applebee's, and then working at Bosch, and then I can't remember what the other job was, but I was the same way, man, just like working like crazy, and then you're like, dude, this sucks, and it's not worth it. Like you're not making anything, you're not getting ahead. You worked a whole bunch, tons of hours, and it's like you're still making, you know, less than $15 an hour. It's like at the time, $15 an hour is like, dang, that's a lot of money until you got to learn the world a little bit.
Now it's minimum wage with inflation.
Right.